Greetings, my fellow Fright Fiends. It's your buddy Boogeyman Ben here for a new episode of Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone, and today's video is a requested video. What I did was I put it out on my Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone Facebook group as well as my Instagram account, letting everyone know that I had finally seen the new Annabelle film, Annabelle Creation. I finally saw it several weeks after it opened. It opened at I believe the 11th this month, and I didn't see it until this past weekend. Just a little late to the game on it. So what I thought I'd do is, and I might start doing this going forward, is I asked people if they wanted to know my opinion about the film. So I put it out there on Instagram and Facebook. People wanted to hear what I had to say about the film, so I'm happy to talk about it today. To give you a little overview about what the film is about, and I do have my notes here, pretty much what it's about is it takes place, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like it takes place in the 50s. So way before the first Annabelle film, which took place in the late 60s, early 70s. Pretty much what the plot of the film deals with is, it deals with the Mullins. The film starts with the tragic death of their daughter. And then it picks up 12 years later. And in the 12 years after the death of the daughter, they open their home up to these orphan girls and a nun who come and live with them. To give you a little bit more perspective on Mr. Mullins, he's also a doll maker, and he is also the one who creates the Annabelle doll. And what happens is once these girls move into the house, there are some supernatural occurrences that happen. There's something in the house that is fixated on one of the girls in particular. Just to give you a little bit of an overview on who the cast and the crew were, so you have Anthony LaPaglia, who I was very happy to see. I was a big fan of his. He did a lot of stuff. I remember him from he did a lot of stuff in the 90s and things like that, but I've always liked him as an actor. I always liked him in Innocent Blood, which is the John Landis vampire film. But he plays Samuel Mullins. You also have Miranda Otto, an actress I've always been a fan of from like Lord of the Rings. She was recently on 24 Legacy. Seen her in quite a bit of stuff. She's fantastic. She plays Esther Mullins. You also have Lulu Wilson, who plays Linda. Lulu Wilson was in Ouija or Origins. Fantastic young actress. And then you also have, now I'm going to see if I can say this name right, Talitha Elena Bateman. She plays Janice. Fantastic actress. Just going to put that right out there. Then you have Stephanie Sigman as Sister Charlotte. The movie was written by Gary Dauberman, and the movie was directed by David F. Sandberg, who also did the film Lights Out. So just to talk about the film, my thoughts on the film. I thought it was fantastic. I really love David F. Sandberg. I think he's a fantastic director. I loved Lights Out, and this film is no exception. I think he's a fantastic artist working in the genre today. Just a terrific film. Such a step up from the first Annabelle film, which I did see opening night back in 2014. I liked the film. I didn't love the film. I thought it had a few problems. Nothing horrible, but it was nothing memorable either. I mean, outside of a couple of really good scares, including one that was in the basement of the apartment building, there wasn't a lot that was memorable about that film. And watching it recently, I did watch it again prior to seeing the new film, and I had the same issues with it. With this film, the thing that's great about this film is the characters. It is a slow-building film, and I think that is just what makes it so much more special. And plus, it has characters that you're interested in. The biggest problem I had with the original Annabelle film is that I wasn't that invested in the couple. They just weren't that interesting, and their characters were very bland. So with this one, you have really great actors. Really fantastic young actors. Like I said, Lulu Wilson is fantastic. She blew me away in Ouija Origins, and here she does an equally amazing job, and I can't wait to see more from her. Also, I can't not say enough great things about Talitha Elena Bateman, who played Janice. This poor girl has to go through a wave of emotions in this film, and she is an amazing young actress that I hope will be acting for many, many years. She is just so fantastic in this film, and both girls are so well developed and defined. You really feel what they're both going through, and just when they're being tormented, especially Janice's character, when she's being tormented by this demon, it's just terrifying. Also, I can't say enough great things about Anthony LaPaglia and Miranda Otto. Loved both of them in this. Again, hadn't seen Anthony LaPaglia in a long time, and I think they both did a fantastic job. The setting of the film at their house, which is isolated, is very eerie. A lot of the special effects they use in this film are very creepy. There's not a lot of over-the-top gore. It's a tension-building film, And there's just subtle things that David F. Sandberg does that is very eerie. As things do start to happen, it just becomes a more dread-filled film. You feel like these poor kids are just trapped. It's the slow building, the tension. I mean, I can draw comparisons to Ouija Origins, which did the same thing. It was just something that you would just see in the background, and it would just catch your eye. And that's what just made it so scary. It wasn't jumping out at you. It was just something that was slowly just creeping towards you, or something that was in the shadows, and just really, really well done. This is just a fantastic entry into the Conjuring universe. And I do recommend that everybody stay after the credits. There is something after the credits, a little surprise for everyone there. I think the film is fantastic. I definitely recommend people seeing it if you're a fan of The Conjuring, if you're a fan of the, both Conjuring films and the original Annabelle. Like I said, there are fans of that film, and I don't hate the film. There are problems I have with it, but I do enjoy it. But I do think that I have a better appreciation of it because of this film now. I absolutely love what they've done to flesh out the story more about where Annabelle came from. It just really, really worked in this film. Fantastic direction, fantastic writing, fantastic acting. Can't say enough great things about the actors in this, especially the young actresses. They were just great. A lot of good scares in this film. Not a lot of jump scares, but there's this tension building fear in this film, and it just gets bigger and bigger as the story progresses. So cannot recommend Annabelle Creation enough. If you're a fan, I definitely recommend checking it out in theaters. It's doing really well in theaters, so it should be there for a little bit longer. If I had to rate this film on my scale, I would give this one 4.5 skulls. So that is it. Like I said, it's just my review of Annabelle Creation. I want to thank everyone for taking the post I put on Instagram and Facebook and saying that they would like to hear more about what I thought about the Annabelle film. If you guys are interested in doing that, if you're on my Facebook in my Facebook group, or friends with me on Instagram, I might start doing this a little bit more, with films, horror films that are coming. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about these reviews. If you like me doing movie reviews, if you want me to do more of them, let me know what you think about Annabelle Creation. Please no spoilers, because the film is still relatively new. It's still in theaters. I'm not trying to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. And as always, thanks so much for watching Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy. Stay scared.